Greetings, bays, bows, and boos. My name is Jade Hollow, and I would like to welcome you to the Locked Tome, the YouTube channel where I talk about all things horror. This video is the kind of start of the channel, actually. I've got over 3 dozen videos in this library already, but none that I've written or filmed since making the channel itself. Everything has been rehomed from my other channel, The Open Book, where, well, people weren't very interested in hearing about random horror raves and rants. So here we are. Hi! I'd like to formally introduce you to this avatar, persona, whatever you'd like to call it. I don't put on extra personalities between my channels, but I do choose to dress up a bit different and limit myself on what topics I talk about based on what my audience is interested in. This channel is the embodiment of the horror pen name I write under, Jade Hollow, although embodiment isn't the best word to describe it. As I tweak the design over time and introduce more unique physics, I'd like Jade here to look a lot more like a ghost. Ethereal, otherworldly, dead, but in a beautiful dead kind of way. Hopefully my floating hair, faint glow, and mild transparency is communicating that, but I am still very much a work in progress. So I guess at this point I should pitch myself and my channel. Why should you bother subscribing to The Locked Tome? What do I bring to the table as a horror content creator? Well, frankly, a lot of review channels are what you'd call hypey. I am not. As we covered, I am a ghost, which makes it a lot harder to get excited about things. I know, I said I was not going to do a persona, but it's hard to pass up saying cute little references like that. Anyway, I'm almost always late to trends, which is more often than not a good thing. I like to let content sit with me, and I primarily only do reviews on books and movies which I genuinely have something to say about, be that a recommendation, or an analysis or criticism that others seem to have missed. To date, my best performing video is a review of the movie Shirley, which I continuously get engagement from because, as viewers tell me, they found a vacuum in discussions of the movie that I just so happened to find and fill. I'd like to think that my takes are logical but fair. And personally, I love that horror as a genre tends to be open to having multiple perspectives of any given story. There's lots of interpretations one can have. Although not all of my commentaries are so well put together as the Shirley one, if you stick with me, I do aspire to become a channel akin to Mr. Gigi, who will discuss relevant or off moments in a movie while summarizing it with you, and come to a conclusive point or personal opinion on it once everything is said and done. I also adore the channel Mert KK and her video essays on horror video games. She's just so articulate, and we have the same sort of humor. For my videos, some will be fun nostalgia trips, others will be discussions on quality or themes of the genre in general. I mean, what horror channel would I be without a couple pure rants scattered here and there too? And in saying all that about the style of video I aspire to create someday, I would like to make very clear that my scope of appreciation for the horror genre is wide. It's what I watch when I want to have fun, chill out. It's what I watch when I want to have my heart wrenched. I have a stockpile of horror movies lined up that I'm saving for a time when I can fully appreciate them, because I know that they're smart, and most of the time I am not. But the point is that I love and respect horror as a genre that can be so nuanced and so moving when it wants to be. Going along with the fact that I don't follow trends or hype anything I don't believe in, I like to review horror for what it is. I'm not going to tell you that some new mid-indie film is the best scare of the decade, but I will tell you when something was enjoyable despite its shortcomings and what those were. This channel, unlike The Open Book, isn't about keeping my biases in check. I want to be fair, but I also want this place to be personalized. I want to cultivate a community here that knows what I mean when I say that I found something to be a good, bad movie. But generally, I do try to keep myself pretty self-aware. You know, honest. If I'm being biased, I'll call myself out, but that doesn't mean that I'll shut up. I respect horror across its entire spectrum, and I want to do movies their due diligence by remaining aware of what they're trying to do and how well they do it, on top of what I personally want to see out of them or think they could improve upon. I love Eight-Legged Freaks and Get Out, but for very different reasons, and that's essentially the range of recommendations that you can come to expect from me. Currently, I am trying to catch up on reviews of things that I've read or watched, which I want to share on the channel, but as the channel grows, if it grows, I will be opening up commissions for viewers to make requests. I'll let you know when that's available. I'll be hosting it over on my Ko-fi, but you should check that out anyway and give me a follow. I post about other stuff on there that I'm doing between videos, what's coming next, and also I'm a short story horror writer, so I've got a few stories that you can download from my store to read for free too. Lots of goodies. I hope to see you over there, and if not, please subscribe to this, the Locked Tome channel, for more content. Thank you for watching, and I shall now attempt to disapparate my ghosty self out of here. Bye!